Well, good morning. We are on our way over to south of Cataldo. I think it's Lost Moose Campground for a New Year's Day ride. Got up before dark to get on the road. We're currently going through Coeur d'Alene. This is the I-90 and 95 interchange. So we're going to go over 4th of July. We'll just on the other side of 4th of July take a right, and then we will head down there. We've got the trusty maps going. It says we've got about 28 miles to our turn. As you can see, it did snow last night, so the pass could be interesting. We really only have a skiff down here, but I'm not sure what 4th of July will look like towards the top. So we will see shortly. We have the Turbo S in tow back there, if you can see it, and we are going to head up there. Sounds like this is about a 26-mile loop in the snow. It'll be interesting to see what kind of new snow they got. They said they did pre-run it a couple days ago, and it was good to go. So we are on the road. I'll give you some views once we get up towards the top of 4th of July to see what that's like, and give you some more information once we head off out of Cataldo. Well, we got over 4th of July Pass there. It actually wasn't bad at all. A little wet, but nothing to be concerned about. So according to the GPS, we've got about 3 miles before we turn off of I-90, and then we're gonna head south. It looks like it's maybe about 8 miles or so on the road going south. So if you've never been to this area, once you come over 4th of July, Cataldo is it's probably like your second or third exit. It's one of the main ones. It's a really cool area. If we kept going straight that way, we'd be hitting Kellogg and where Silver Mountain is. But I believe we're going to be heading off into the southern area, which is over here. So this is also called the Silver Valley. You can see the sign there says entering Silver Valley. That's usually this area, kind of from Cataldo, Kellogg, all the way over to Wallace and up to Lookout, which is really the eastern side of the Idaho border. I know there's a bunch of people coming from that area this way as well. So we're gonna take this exit and head on down to the campground. It's like I'm getting first tracks off this exit. This is also one of the areas I've always wanted to camp at. There's a river right here. I can't remember if it's the South Fork or North Fork of the Coeur d'Alene. It's one of those, but it's a really cool area for camping. I'm sure there's all kinds of other stuff. I've never rode in this area. We usually ride either over in the Kingston area or Wallace. So maybe one of these days we'll get up here and ride in this area. And this is where we're going, is the Lost Moose Campground. Even though it says closed for the season, let's hope it's not closed. All right, well, it's probably not going to be noticeable, but right over this bridge, this turns into a dirt road. So far, not too bad. It looks like there's one or two other tracks ahead of us that we can kind of see on the road. So in a lot of these back areas, you get these one-lane wooded bridges. So might want to check the capacity of this before you bring up a bigger RV. Says we're about 2 miles away. So far, it's been a really pretty drive, but it is a little bit of a bumpy road. Well, we purposely got here early so we could get a tent set up, hand out some stuff for rally. But I want to take a moment and enjoy this. I think this is the Latour Creek. It's what we followed on the way up here. And man, this is beautiful. So where I'm parked is actually a camp spot, full camp, or at least power and water I saw on that side. And you'll be right here on this creek. So if you're looking for a killer camp spot during the summer, don't forget to check out Lost Moose. They've got some really cool stuff. We'll probably take a look and see what other spots they have, but certainly got a premium one today. All right, well, we got set up. It looks like people are getting unloaded. I figured I'd walk over to the back of the campground here. I think they said there's about 15 camp spots. Looks like there's several along the river there and some others here in the middle. So it looks like there's several tent sites right here along the river. This is a pretty cool area, and then the RV spots are over here. The nice thing is it looks like most of them are power and water. So while you don't have full hookups, power and water is probably the best you could ask for. Otherwise, if you're looking for a nice group site to tent camp, they've got quite a few here if you don't have a trailer. And the nice thing about the tent camping ones is they're all right on the river. Let's walk over here. This looks like it's a super cool spot. Well, all right, there is a big group that's showing up. There's quite a few people over in the campground area. There's a bunch of people over by the front over here. I think they're gonna get the driver's meeting going, let us know kind of what's going on here, and then we're gonna probably get out of here in a few minutes. fortunate that it's kind of a overcast fog, because man, this would be a great view. You kind of see the line up there. But we came off this saddle and there's a great view down here. Unfortunately, it's fogged in and you can't really see it. We knew this time was coming at some point. I drew the short straw today. It looks like my camshaft position sensor is not happy. So Brad's in there. We're gonna pull it out and check and see what we can do to test it and whatever. But worst case scenario, if need be, I think Ryan said this is the way we're going back, and it's pretty much all downhill. So I might be getting a tow back. So everybody else is heading up this. There's a peak up there that they're going to, and then they're all coming back down and heading out that way. Great, well, we ran up to that peak. That was pretty cool. I'd never been up there. We're back to where we left the Turbo S. I guess it's time to see if it's gonna make it down on its own or if we're gonna have to get pulled by Daryl. Looks like people have taken a short stop here and we're gonna be heading back. We came from there, went up this one. It was just an up and back to that peak, and then we're gonna be heading back that way. We're probably about halfway through the loop, would be my guess. Seems to be running, so we're going to push forward. I'm going to follow Daryl out just in case he needs to pull me, but other than that, there's already a big group that's went that way, and there's a small group here towards the end. So let's get back on the trail. issues. The Turbo S seems to be performing good. I don't know if it was a heat issue or that sensor was just had gotten dirty. The only thing I can think of is we had stopped for quite a while and I had it idling, and I don't know if something got built up or wasn't happy on that for sitting there for probably a good 20 plus minutes running. But seems to be doing good. It was a fun ride up there with Jason. I always enjoy riding with other people and chatting with them and just having a good conversation up there and back. According to the map, we should be a handful more switchbacks, and then I think we're back down onto the main road, and that should be our last leg before we get back to the campground. Well, things are mostly wrapped up. A few people hanging out there. We got the Turbo S loaded. It looks like it's just a sensor that hopefully we can get fixed. Want to do a shout out to Lost Moose Campground, which is where we're at. They were the ones that hosted this and where we came out of. They also provided hot dogs and some food, so that was pretty killer of them for all of us that were hungry when we got back. Hope you have a happy new year, and we'll see you next time.